Joining us now from the Bay Area via the Deseret First Credit Union hotline, friend of the program, voice of the Cougars, and a special broadcaster. Absolutely. Greg Wrubell. Greg, welcome, my friend, following a road victory.
Good morning, Spencer. Good morning, Jerem. It's a beautiful day.
Yes, it is. BYU snaps a 6-game road losing streak dating back to last year. They end their second 3-game losing streak of this season with a hard-fought 3-point win at Pacific. When you step back, what does this win mean overall for this specific group of BYU players?
Well, it means belief and it means confidence. It had been 22 days between victories, and these guys needed to prove to themselves they could still get it done. And what a way to do it, playing so well to get up to that 20-point lead, seeing it slip away, and still getting it back. You know, they'd already suffered a couple of real gut punch losses. They really didn't need another one, and they didn't let it happen. They did not let it happen. They found a way to get it done. That's really all that matters, and I couldn't be prouder of the guys.
There were so many interesting elements to this contest. BYU shoots 60% in the first half, makes 9 threes, goes up 21. Pacific takes the lead back with 3 minutes to go for the first time. Yoli Childs fouled out, and then it was just sheer hard-net free throw time. Nick Emery, what impressed you the most by a couple of individuals in this one?
Well, here's what really impressed me the most, Jerem, is that I can look down at the box score and Dave talks about we need more than just Joe and TJ. We need more, and that's what they got. You get Jashir Hardnett, 8 of 9 free throws, and makes the big ones down the stretch. You see Zach Sellius. He plays just 15 minutes, but makes both of his shots from the field, including stepping into like a 20-footer to give BYU a 3-point lead with 90 seconds to go. You see Nick Emery. He plays just 16 minutes, but 7 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, ton of hustle, makes the final 2 free throws of the game, the final 2 shots to kind of seal the deal. Another double-double, 9 on the year, 29th of his career. BYU's now at 21-8 when he has a double-double. McKay Cannon gets the start, plays 22, plus 18 for BYU.
Wow.
A plus 18 in 22 minutes led BYU, made both of his shots from the field, couple big threes early, ton of hustle, got a big loose ball late that drew a foul. And then TJ, what do you say? TJ, 24 points, couple of rebounds, 6 assists. Those 6 assists were half of the team total. He had the most efficient night for BYU by far, made 4 threes. The 3 he sticks with BYU down 1. We talk about them trailing late, right? They finally go down 79-78, and he hits from about 25 down the barrel. Just pure, and BYU would not trail again. Dalton Nixon, he was actually second on the team in plus-minus last night in just 12 minutes of play. Very effective stint for him. Luke gets the start, makes all of his shots from the field, 8 points. He's now averaging 9 points a game over his last 3, when he was averaging about 2 points per game for the season before that. And then Connor Harding, starting, playing well, 24 minutes, 7 points, 3 rebounds, couple of assists, a steal, made a big 3 early. So I just ran down, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys. And that's what Dave Rose is talking about. And that's what impressed me most. It came from so many different guys.
Greg Wrubell, the voice of the Cougars, with us on BYU Sports Nation. BYU preparing for a second consecutive West Coast Conference road game when they take on St. Mary's. We'll get to the Gales in just a moment, Greg. But I want to ask you what the atmosphere was like in those final few minutes in Stockton, California. What was it like to be in the arena?
Well, it was a crowd of 2,500, but it felt like a crowd of 5,000. It was just a real strong, energized buzz, and BYU helps to bring that. And we've seen this phenomenon around the West Coast Conference. The home team is energized by the visiting team's fans often, and it happened again last night. But the sheer number of BYU fans is always impressive to me. And Dave Rose, took special note of it in our postgame interview last night to bring it up and talk about it. He said it makes a difference. It matters to the guys, and it helps the team. And it was a real, again, a powerful vibe in the building last night. And so many BYU fans. The BYU chant would erupt at different points throughout the game. It's just a great feeling. It's a cool feeling. It's a unique experience, and I never really tire of it. It was a good vibe.
What's it like to call 74 free throw attempts in front of a crowd like that?
Well, you knew going in that that's the kind of game Pacific intended to play. That they're one of the top teams in the country in takes and makes and percentage. They get to the free throw line, and no one does it better than Roberto Gallinat, frustratingly so, for the opposition. So I wasn't so much mindful of just how many fouls or free throws, because I think I anticipated a lot of that. And when you're in that kind of game, Spencer, the emotions and the tension of it take over, and you're just looking at every a whistle as another chance to either score or be scored upon. And can you make them both, or is somebody going to miss? And it was just that kind of thing. It was this roller coaster down the stretch. And yeah, it may have gotten tedious and cumbersome by the end, but it was all about, can you make enough, and will they miss a couple? And that's exactly what happened. BYU made its final 7, guys, and Pacific missed 3 of its last 7, and BYU wins by those 3 points.
Now on to St. Mary's. This has always been a big game for BYU. It's been a hard one to win for the Cougars. They're 1-6 as a member of the league in Moraga. Yet this St. Mary's team seems somewhat vulnerable. They're not the same team. They played a tougher non-conference schedule. They lost at San Francisco by a couple of points last night. Is this a vulnerable St. Mary's team that BYU can go beat tomorrow night?
Well, they've already lost more games this year than they did all of last year. And we're at the halfway point, and so it's a different group for sure. They're missing important pieces, but Jordan Ford by himself is enough to carry a team to victory for St. Mary's, and he's been tremendous this year. Like last year, they're better offensively than defensively, but they're not as good offensively as they were last year. They're still good, but from being excellent last year to being just quite good to very good this year, the numbers aren't what they were last year. And defensively is where they are susceptible. And tempo, of course, is what, is the way they play. It's going to be one of the fastest teams in the country against one of the slowest teams in the country, as it usually is every year when these two teams get together. So, yeah, it's a rebuilding group for St. Mary's. And so whether or not we're going to use the word vulnerable or susceptible or circumspect, they've already lost more this year than all of last year, and it's a different feeling for these guys.
Greg, enjoy the rest of this beautiful day following BYU's first road win in a very long time, and enjoy the call tomorrow night in Moraga. Thanks for the time.
You bet. I'll be meeting up with BYU's basketball media relations director Kyle Chilton here shortly, and we will make the drive together to Moraga for a practice in the noon hour. And so that's on our agenda today.
All right, great stuff. Thanks, Greg.
See you guys.
Mr. Wrubell, the voice of the Cougars on the Deseret First Credit Union Hotline. Deseret First, your values, your timeline, your financial future.